Good morning. How are you? This is Marianne Grant, Life in Harmony podcast. I'm here today to help you try to have the best day ever. And it's going to be a process, but we're going to work on this one day at a time. I'm going to do this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, and try to be positive and uplifting throughout the day and give you some tools of what you can pull from. So let's start with getting our head right. That's the hardest thing, getting our head right. And first, let's start with if there's anything that we left behind from yesterday, any residue mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, sexually we need to clean up. I suggest you do that first thing in the morning before you start your day, because what happens is we leave that residue and it keeps carrying over to the next day, the next day, the next day, and then we wonder why we're angry, overwhelmed, anxiety, depression, and all these things that come up. So what I'm going to talk about first is control. And you're going to hear on my podcast a lot about control. Control is our number one killer. And I'm going to talk to you about the things that have controlled me and how in time it was a process of elimination, but it's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to work on daily and to be aware of it. And without the awareness, you can't change it. So my list of things that controlled me throughout the years, I started my recovery in '88, so I have 35 years of working at this, doing courses, working with people. I worked with rich, poor, middle-class prisoners, throwaway kids. I've worked with everybody, and we're all the same in this way. We all have something that's controlling us, and none of us are exempt from that. So my list was drugs, alcohol, sugar, white flour, anger, rage, people-pleasing, not knowing how to say no, my biological family, and my ex-husband. And that was a process, but I had to let go of the things that were crippling me. And the first started out with the drugs and the alcohol to be able to breathe and start being awareness of all the other things that were controlling me. So what I'm going to suggest to you is this: work on what is the biggest thing that is controlling you right now that you need to let go of. Write that down, and I want you to focus on that. And if you can't do it by yourself, I'm going to suggest to you to find somebody you trust, somebody that you could be honest with, or get a counselor, get professional help to help you deal with that, go into a program, whatever it is you need. And some of you may need to lock yourself up into rehab if you're really, really bad, and you will die if you are that far gone. So there's all different levels. So I'm going to give you a list of all the things that control people so you are aware that none of us are exempt. We all have something that controls us. When I'm done reading this list, you may even want to add to it. Sarcasm is anger, emotions, bad attitude, enabling, people-pleasing, not able to say no, drugs, alcohol, pills, sex, lust, love, anger, rage, porn, controlling everyone around you but yourself, distractions everywhere. Then you do nothing but have excuses. Gambling, working out, food addiction, binge TV, phone, podcast, news, caffeine, surgeries, pain. And this is the thing, that these things happen all day long. And when you start being aware of it, you would be amazed how much you're controlled by the control. Anytime you're angry or have rage or you're upset, it's usually something you're trying to control. And the reality is here, the only person we can control is ourselves. So this whole podcast is about looking in the mirror, taking full responsibility for what it is that you need to do. I'm going to talk about balance and not having too much of anything. Balance is key. This is when we know we're off. Balance is our compass. We don't want too much of our kids. We don't want too much of our partner. We don't want too much play. We don't want too much work. When we stay balanced, it's life in harmony. When we abuse ourselves, everyone we love is infected by it. You cheat yourself and everybody around you. This is a lie that people tell themselves when they say they're using, and they say, oh, it doesn't bother anyone. Well, here's the reality. I'm speaking as a mom and a grandma, and I want you to know my children are 42, 43. My stepson is 31. I have all boys, and my grandchildren are 21, 17, 9, and 4. And I want to tell you, Believe me, when we are abusing ourselves, everybody around us that we love is infected by our dis-ease in what we're doing to ourselves. So don't keep telling yourself the lie, because the children lose, the grandchildren lose, our partners lose. Nobody wins when you're out there abusing yourself. So stop telling yourself that lie that you're the only person you're hurting. You're hurting everybody that loves you around you. And here's the other lie you tell yourself. When you tell someone you love them and you just got done abusing yourselves, that's a lie, because you cannot love and abuse yourself at the same time. So the level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you will get in return. The goal for all of us is to live life in harmony. Our thinking can make or break us. That is why we have to check our thinking and attitude all day long until it's as natural as going to the bathroom, or else we get backed up. This, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself. And remember, behind every breakdown, there's a breakthrough around the corner. People say, I want to help be a part of taking care of the world. If you want to be a part of taking care of the world, here's the good news. If you truly take care of yourself all day and be a living example that is taking care of the world, we all have gifts. We all have work to do. That is the true meaning of taking care of the world. Doing your part, no exceptions. The answers lie within inside each and every one of you. Here's the other thing you need to know. Your words mean nothing. Your actions say everything. I'm going to read to you a beautiful spiritual daily reading that I read every day from Michael Singer. It's absolutely incredible. It's on spirituality. Spirituality begins when you decide you will never stop trying. Spirituality is the commitment to go beyond no matter what it takes. It's an infinite journey based upon going beyond yourself every minute of every day for the rest of your life. If you're truly going beyond, you're always at your limits. You're never back in the comfort zone. A spiritual being feels as though they are always against the edge and they're constantly being pushed through it. One should view their spiritual work as learning to live life without stress, problems, fear, or melodrama. This path of using life to evolve, spirituality is truly the highest path. Trust the process. The prerequisite to true freedom is to decide that you do not want to suffer anymore. You must decide that you want to enjoy your life and that there's no reason for stress, inner pain, or fear. It's a decision from your head to your heart. That message is from Michael Singer. Okay, all right. So I'm going to read a little part of my book each day and explain to you why I wrote it. So we're going to start with the front page of my book. I absolutely love it. It says, work for peace, maintain honor and integrity, and you shall persevere. Your soul becomes impregnable because you carry the power within. I love that message, and why I wrote it was years and years and years of being tested with my soul and being beaten down for being different, and not allowing myself to sell my soul. And no matter how bad it was in my life, I was able to take a situation and turn it into good and not let anybody interrupt what was important to me and what my focus was. So I will give you an example of being true to myself. Was a big test when they locked up my first husband for 3 years, and I was with a 7 and an 8-year-old, and I had to triple my income in 3 weeks, and that is what I did. I did in-home training for rich people. I had to leave the abused children that I was working for and really with high levels of integrity and be true to myself and to be able to feed my kids. It was the scariest, most profound time in my life to be able to do this. And that's what I did. And I always was into sports. I always took care of my body, and they were doing it in California. So I realized this is something I could do in Pittsburgh. And I did. I literally created my business, Life in Harmony, and did in-home training for 25 years and taught people how to move their body. And I worked with them mentally, physically, spiritually, and it was wonderful. But I took that risk, and with faith and putting the right people in my life, and one referred me to another, and I was extremely tested in every area, and really supported my husband through the whole thing. Went back and forth to prison, was true to him. I thought we arrived. We wrote to each other every day. He was everything I wanted. I was proud of him for doing his time. And the dream was to come home and live our life in harmony and not let anything get in the way. Well, I was completely disillusioned of all of that. He did come home, and he was clean for a while, and he ended up relapsing. So I was tested again with my soul and my integrity, and I made a promise to myself if he relapsed that I was going to leave. And he did relapse, and I did leave and started all over and ended up remarrying, which I never thought I would do. So, and it was beautiful. 6 months later, I'm on the beach getting married in Hawaii. Again, because of my soul and my integrity and being true to myself. I could have never done that if I didn't live my life that way. And I could have never divorced successfully if I didn't do everything properly. So that's what I mean about being true to yourself and having your soul be impregnable, where nobody could break you and make you stray from what you needed to be true to yourself. And that is what I did. So that is why I wrote that part of the book. So I'm going to go into our checkoff list for the day. I will read the checkoff list, and before I finish this off, the checkoff list is: working on one thing at a time. Eventually, it will be a way of life. Don't do too much of anything. Balance is the most important. So the checkoff list is: I am clean and clear of all diseases and negative thoughts. What's controlling you? I accept today where I'm powerless and I have control where I have choices. I will reach out for help and use my tools today. I will accept today and understand the only person I can change or regulate is myself. I will take time to hug and kiss the loved ones around me. I will show my partner today how much he or she is appreciated, needed, and loved. I will speak up for myself today. Be true to ourselves. The awareness lies in each and every one of us. The level of love and respect you give yourself, that is the level of love and respect you will get in return. I will take charge of my life today and realize I am in charge of my decisions. I will know when it is time to bow out and let go and trust the process. I will set realistic goals for myself. I will get 7 to 8 hours of sleep tonight. I will set healthy boundaries around myself today. I will not allow anyone to speak to me with disrespect. I will make a conscious effort to eat healthy meals. I will take my vitamins and supplements. I will drink 6 to 8 glasses of water today. I will be good to myself today. I will talk with someone I trust and respect and be honest with. I will trust and reach out to my higher power today. I will accept and say thank you for everything that happens to me, good or bad. I will not do anything to cause harm to myself or others today. I am willing to change today. I will exercise today. I will pray for the well-being of myself and others today. I will write a list of all the things I want in a partner and become it. I will attract it. Discipline is freedom. I will do 2 things today I don't want to do to have a successful day. All right, that is the checkoff list for the day. We can all heal together one day at a time. It is a decision, again, from our head to our heart. The greatest gift you can give yourself. You are worth it. If you want to email me for the books in bulk or do a workshop with the books, I would be more than happy to send them to you. Or you can order them on Amazon. It's just much cheaper if you get them through me. and leave your phone number, and I will call you to help you do the workshops if that's something you want to do with a small group of 4 or 6 or 8. It's so much fun to meet once a month and help each other, keep each other accountable. If you want to learn about my services, lifeandharmonyonline.com, leave me a phone number through your email. I will be more than happy to call you. Have an extraordinary day today. Thank you.